The teen suspect in a deadly high school shooting in Georgia appeared in court today. So did his father. The teen is being tried as an adult for killing 2 teachers and 2 students Wednesday. 9 others were also injured in the attack.
Investigators say the charges against the father stem from him knowingly allowing his son to possess a weapon. They will both stay in custody without bail. Here to discuss it is defense attorney Lillian Diallo. Thanks for being here, Lillian.
Oh, thank you, but I'm so sorry I have to be here.
Yeah, it's something that all of us here in Michigan, have become familiar with, this concept of a parent being charged. In this case down in Georgia, he is charged with second-degree murder, among other crimes. Do you think he might face the same fate, the conviction that the Crumbleys faced here in Michigan?
Well, I don't know the Georgia juries, right? But I would think that they would be pretty fair. This is so egregious, though. The FBI went and interviewed the father a year before. Lock up your guns. The guns are locked up. My son has no access. He has mental health challenges. And what do? Just like the Crumbleys, you go and buy him a gun for therapy. And now we have 4 innocents slaughtered.
Yeah.
It's almost hard to believe that we're even having to say this, especially considering just all of the shocking elements that came out of the Crumbly case. How does it feel for you that we're talking about this all over again, that someone is doing something like this knowing that there were clear warnings?
But see, here's the thing. Do they know? Because sometimes people get news from sources that don't tell them everything they need to know, right? Did they watch what happened up here, right? Is it something that was talked about? We talked about it because we knew what was going to happen, what could happen. Parents could be held accountable only in the most egregious of circumstances. And this right here, this is egregious, and second-degree murder is absolutely the right charge.
Do you think this is an example, or maybe we will see an example of the law working? The more this happens, the more this is talked about. I mean, in your career, your legal career, do you expect that other parents will take notice and hopefully make different decisions?
So I do know it's being talked about a lot, in my circles, and people have whatever opinion they have, but absolutely it will have some kind of chilling effect, and it should. All they're saying is you can hold onto your guns, you can sleep with them, you can love with them, it doesn't matter. You have to be responsible with guns. Nobody is saying you can't own guns, but you have to be responsible because we have, once again, 4 more innocents that are slaughtered. 2 children who had their whole lives ahead of them, and 2 teachers who all they wanted to do was help the youth. Yeah. And now they're gone because you have parents that decide we're going to love our guns more than we love our people, our children, our community. Whew, it's rough.
People get pretty touchy about the issue of the right to bear arms. Considering that someone would buy a weapon for his son knowing that he has shown signs of some kind of issues, do you think that he's even considering the fact that legally he could be held responsible and accountable for that too?
I don't believe so. That's why he did it, right? If he would have thought that the laws applied to him like they apply to everybody else, he wouldn't. I don't think he would have done that, right? He's thinking, oh, that's for them, not for me. Well, no, it's for everybody. You're a parent. If you're a parent and you have a child and you know something is going on with your child, the FBI came and talked to you about, his tendencies. And what do? Here you go. Here's a new AR. Have at it. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. I'm interested in your thoughts on the earlier part, the part we referenced before. A year ago, the FBI went and talked to him. Officials down there, the sheriff's office, have said they've done everything they could. There was nothing else to do at that point. Do you think there are any holes in that part of the system, or is this just how it's supposed to work?
It's got to be holes somewhere, right, for this to keep happening. That we have got to stop making this about this versus that, about identity. We need to understand what's going to keep our children safe, prosperous, and our community safe. So they talked about this a whole year ago, and you bought the boy a gun. The aunt came out yesterday and said the parents failed this child. He had mental health challenges. That's the aunt. So if she knew, then the dad should have known something because the FBI knocked on your door.
What kind of message does this send to other gun owners here and beyond, that we're seeing this happening again and that someone is possibly facing the same fate? If they're gun owners and they know that they have troubled children, what message does this send?
lock your guns up. They have gun safes for a reason. They have gun locks for a reason. If you know your child is troubled, right? Like, just say if I had a child and I knew they like to drink and they drink like fish, and I say, here are the keys to my car, you're drunk, going out there, and you kill 4, 5, or 6 people, then you can come looking at me. But by the same token, if I don't know, what your proclivities are, then no. I mean, it's a tough thing right here to be a parent, right? It's just tough.
What's the legal standard for knowing? We keep using that word a lot, and there are records here. He did talk to law enforcement, but can he say in court, well, I didn't really think at that point, I thought he was better?
No.
Can he say that?
You can say whatever you want to say, but for people that don't have a voice, the government needs to be the voice for them right now and say, stop this, because you should not be dead because of my inaction. That's a failure as a parent. And I'm a parent and I've failed things, but never this magnitude, right? If I thought you had a problem, I'm going to do my best to make sure you're okay, right? Because I'm only as healthy as my unhealthiest child. You understand? I have multiple children. I don't know what's going on in America. Yeah. I do not know.
Well, as always, defense attorney Lillian Diallo, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.